All right, what's up, guys? Today is July 18th, 2017, and let me just say, I think it's going down as one of my best days. I don't think it was my biggest day in terms of P&L, but my biggest day in terms of emotions. Instead of quitting, giving up after taking a loss and a huge loss, I self-talked, got myself together, and pretty much it's like in boxing, you got 12 rounds, you might be losing the first two, 3 rounds. That doesn't mean the fight is over. So that's the approach that I took today. Let's go over the couple plays that I took. Shop, I think, was one of the easiest plays. This one I even should have left it open as my swing play, but John was asking how I take my swing plays, and I'm looking at charts like this. Anything that's crossing on the 20, 50 moving average or the 200 moving average, I'll look for a long play, and this one's uptrending. It was hitting the $90 area, which is a psychological area. Pretty much bounced exactly from there. And pre-market, I put ovals, these ovals, and say, this is the area that I'll go in. So as you can tell, it just bounced. Looking at the daily chart, it bounced, and I got in like around 91.20. I think it was around this area, right when it was crossing VWAP. And same thing, I went in with the size, and this one I just let roll because mentally I was, expecting to hold this for a couple of days, but once it gave me $2 or almost $3 in one day, I just took my profits. So this is actually a potentially good swing play. Your next area of resistance is around this area here, so it's about 97, 98. So maybe tomorrow, if it gives us a retracement, we'll go in for a short. I mean, not sorry, for a long, for a swing long. So that's what I look at for my swing plays. The other one, the first one that I got defeated was ACIA. ACIA, I went in with size. When you're in the play, it's like this is what you're seeing, right? I'm looking at the candles. I go in with size. I was like, okay, it's below its opening, below VWAP. I'm gonna go in with size because this is a bear flag. So I went in here at this doji candle. It dropped, so I'm not looking by P&Ls, but you just get an idea that you're already up on the stock, and you're expecting this to continue lower, lower. But as we start moving the chart, a little bit to the right, and candles start forming against you, I got out, and so I was a little disappointed with myself because my stop loss was not all the way up to, I think it was over this area, 40 13 area. I mean, still would have stopped me out, but I was disappointed because I didn't stick to my stop loss. I think I ended up getting out here. So I took a huge loss right off the bat. So I was like, okay, I pretty much got up, walked away, and got myself together. And the next one I went in was Kara. And Kara was the ideal play because this one is actually, if you look at the 30-minute chart, it's making a bull flag. So I was expecting to either go long if it broke this through this bull flag and then short it if it got up to 1630, which as you can see my oval that I put in pre-market during my prep. But it didn't do that. What it actually did is that it filled that bull flag, at least at that time that I was looking at it. So it filled that bull flag, and when I was looking at it, I said, okay, this thing is going to come and retest the previous support, now resistance. I go in for a short. So I go in for a short here, like around, I think it was 1508. So my stop loss is now up to 1520. So right away, boom, it drops. I'm up. My profit target was 1483. So the minute this thing starts going against me, like here in this green candle, I get out. Same thing with emotions. And I just kind of had a self talk, and you know what I said, fuck it, I'm going back in. I went back in, and pretty much at the same level that I got stopped out. And boom, this thing drops past my profit target, and I trail it. Right after it hits my profit target, I start trailing it because things like this happen in reverses right away. So right away I was like, okay, got my good job, taking the hit here with the ACIA, self talk, got myself back together. So the next play that I went in was uh, NTNX. NTNX was pretty much the same thing as that. I was making a bull flag, and I'm looking at this, and as it's breaking the bull flag right off of VWAP, I end up going long here, 23. No, I think it was 23.44, because I hesitated, and then same thing drops. I'm down, and I almost get stopped out mentally. I mean, my stop loss is not all the way down here to this VWAP because that makes sense. You know, if it's making this bull flag and if it fails this, then it's no longer bullish. And I almost got out, but I just got out of my seat and watched the charts from the back of the room, and I could just see this one continue trending higher and higher. So I finally got out at my profit target, 2363 area. And as you can see, I guess I left some profits on the table, but it's fine. You know, I follow my plan, and it's all because of the emotions. And during that time, I'm in the trade, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys go through this. You're looking at time and sales, and you're looking a bunch of red, and if you're long, you're like, oh shit, you know, it's going to continue dropping, or it's going to go up if I'm shorting. But you know, I think that's something that helped. Just get away from my seat because when I'm sitting down, I just get very anxious and like jittery and jumpy. And so once I did that, you know, next thing I know, it's I see this big green candle, and right away I start trailing it, and I think stops me out on this next candle. So winner right there, NTNX, AAOI. I almost felt like chasing because I knew this one likes to run. I started when I was up here, 89, 67 area, and I told myself, you know what, no chasing. You know, there's a resistance now support here. I'm gonna let it and come and get me. So I went in at 88.50, I think. So right at this red candle. And so if I go in at 88.50, the next thing you know is, you know, this wick happened after I got in. It drops. I'm like, shit. You know, my stop is not until below the VWAP. But since I'm sized in, I'm playing with my emotions too. Next candle opens, another wick down, so it's down to 88 now. So I'm down about, you know, 50 cents on big size. So I almost got out here, but same thing I did. I was like, I talked myself out of it. I was like, nope, you need to stick to your plan. You need to trust your system. So I ended up sticking to it, and next thing you know, it starts reversing, and my profit target was 90, and I got out here. Um, and another great win. Same thing. I almost got out because of my emotions. I didn't do that. And then the other one that I played, I think this is the biggest winner of the day was UVXY. I ended up going short here, 33.19, small size. Then it came here at 32.60. I think is when I got stopped when I took my profits because I started trailing it right away because I know UVXY the way it behaves, it just pops just like it did here. And once I noticed that it popped again, I came and got them again, right below 33 here. I think it was this candle, and I got them big this time because I know that the S&P 500 has a strong support area there. And this is going to the technicals. I don't want to focus so much on the technicals, but it's coming and retesting the support area here. And I talked about it in my recap video on this day. I think it was Friday. I talked about it. I talked about going up and then coming and retesting the support and then popping up again. So this is a good time a lot of swing plays come back into play. So that's the reason I ended up going short on UVXY because I knew it was testing this area. And I even told my boy Jeff on Twitter. This is what I told him. Let's see if it pops up. Um, I told them, careful for that big booty bouncer if you're shorting. Look at SPY drop so beautiful. And I was talking about this pre-market because I just knew that was going to come and retest this, all based off the daily chart. So that's the reason I went in UVXY. But same thing, it's just the emotions. And something that you guys need to remember is that you only know yourself only. You probably different things work out for you. What worked out for me is just self-talk and, you know, calming myself down, and also making a live video as you're making plays because it just, you know, you're talking to somebody, as at least what it feels like, because a lot of these wicks, it's what gets you out. You know, you might have a really good play, and a wick like this might get you out, and then next thing you know, the stock is reversing in the direction that you want to. So, you know, just figure out who you are, figure out what works for you. You're different than I am, and it's just something that, you know, not a lot of traders talk about is the emotions. They like to talk about the buy here, sell there, and simple as that, and let your winners run and all that BS. But it's harder said than done. So, you know, keep yourself focused and just discover who you are, man. And hopefully this is a turning point for me. I know I'll continue making mistakes, but it's just something that I need to control myself. So anyways, good luck to everyone. Talk to you guys later.